Rachel here. Welcome back to the garden. It's early morning in January and I've got some harvesting to do, so I thought I'd grab the camera. I haven't taken you with me for a while and harvest some veg together. Let's go see what we've got. This eggplant is absolutely massive. It's about the same height as myself. And I've had it for 2 years now, but some of the fruit are so big that the branches have fallen down. It can't support its own weight. So we're going to harvest some of these big eggplants and then I'll trellis this back up so that it can be supported by this trellis here at the back. Okay, so I've just harvested 8 very big eggplants. Some of them have some bird damage, but they're definitely still edible, so the birds have had a little scratch. But this eggplant is still loaded with more fruit, and some of these are really quite big, so I'm really going to have to trellis this up and find another way to eat more eggplant. Look at all this fruit. Just producing so much food for us from this one plant. Something else that's going really well this year is this trellis. This is new in the garden, and I've got a red cherry tomato growing up one side, which has got lots of green fruit on it. I was very late getting the tomatoes in this year. And also some Chinese red noodle beans. And we've been harvesting off this already quite a bit. You can see some of the stems where we've harvested the beans already. But these are absolutely massive. If I lay my arm out straight, it goes all the way from the tip of my fingertips up to my shoulder. So they're very long. So we're going to harvest the biggest ones of these today as well. The flowers on the Chinese red noodle bean are super pretty, so it makes for a very nice arch in the garden. We're having another great okra year, and while these plants are looking a little bit ragged, they're still producing a lot of okra. So every day we're getting quite a few big pieces like this of these 3 plants. You see there's quite a bit more fruit growing down here. I usually harvest them when they're about this big. You can take them when they're smaller, but you don't want to get them any bigger generally because they start to get woody inside. So every few days we're having a meal of okra, which is fantastic as well. Okay, so we've got 7 okra today. You have to make sure you really look for them because they will hide from you and they will get too big. So always go on an okra hunt every day. I've got some golden beets growing in here. Some of them need to be spaced out a bit if they're not getting particularly big. But I'm going to grab a couple of these and we're going to make a salad tonight for our dinner. Beets will definitely get bigger than this, but because I've got them too close together, then it's best to harvest them when they're quite small, and it leaves space for the others to keep on growing. I haven't had the best year for peppers, but I do have one here. I've put this little baggie over it to protect it from the birds. As I have a small harvest this year, I want to make sure that I'm getting as many of the peppers myself. This is a sweet variety which is called advarski. So just one pepper. It's started to ripen to red, so it'll be nice and sweet. At the back of the garden we have this massive wall of tomatoes. I don't know if you can tell how tall this is, but it is much taller than myself. Up this trellis here on the side near the eggplant we have a cucumber plant growing, and you can see that there's baby cucumbers coming along, but down the bottom here we have our first one we're going to harvest. Also got some dill growing around the garden in different places. So we're going to harvest some of this, and I think I'm going to make some tzatziki with that cucumber and dill. Got some melons coming along nicely up this trellis here as well. And I also have a zucchini plant. It has male flowers, and a few female flowers that are trying to form, but no actual fruit yet. So hopefully we'll get some soon. More dill. It just smells so incredible. I love this. We're having another great year for basil. So I've got a few varieties in the garden. We've got this Momolo. I've also got a different green one, a purple one, a few different varieties. So we like to use this in pesto and different salads and things. We also have some of this beautiful amaranth. So I'll be harvesting this just before we eat our salad tonight for some colour and for like, I guess, to use it like lettuce. In another pot I have some baby lettuce coming along, so hopefully we'll be harvesting some lettuce soon. And also we have rocket, so I'll just harvest this evening before we eat our dinner. We have these 3 Swiss chard plants here. There's a pink one, a white one, and also a like darker red one. We'll be harvesting a bit of this with a couple of eggs. It's a very simple, very nutritious meal. This has actually survived from last summer, so I'm hoping that it will go to seed this year. It's a biannual, so it takes 2 years for it to go to seed, and it'd be great for me to collect my own local Dubai Swiss chard seeds. Okay, so we've got great harvest today. I've got this big bunch of dill, and this is way too much for our tzatziki, but I'll be putting some of this into the food dehydrator. We did this last year, it worked out really well. It stores really well just in an airtight container, and we can use this over summer in some of our meals. I've also got some chard, so that will be maybe some breakfast today. And we've got our huge haul. It's a bit heavy. So we've got our 8 big eggplants, some golden beets, pepper, eggplant, and okra. So lots of food for us. Thanks so much for coming along with me. Until next time, happy gardening.